Hello teachers! In this video, I'm going to show you how to back up your Moodle online classroom. As you can see, I've been teaching this class for a year and I've got a lot of junk in here, a lot of PDFs and sort of class-specific worksheets and notes all over the place from the activities I did with that particular class. And I'm going to delete most of these as part of my year-end cleanup so that my class is a bit cleaner and ready to go for the next term. But I do want to save a copy of all of this stuff that I've created, as well as, the labels I've put on things, the order I've had, materials, anything that I've edited, just in case I need anything or need to refer back to something. So that's what backup means. It means to save your course as is and then sort of freeze it in time, and then you can go ahead and delete things and change things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the cog right here and click on it, and then click on backup right here. And this brings up to the backup page. And as you can see, there are lots of settings. So before you decide what to click on, you need to decide what exactly it is that you want to save. So in my case, I really don't care about the user information or any student forum posts or anything like that. All I want to do is save the activities and resources that are there and that I've made. That's all I want to save. Now, if you are doing this backup before you reset your course and you are just being super careful and you want to save all of the grade information and user information and forum posts and submissions, then I would keep everything checked, include enrolled users. So yeah, keep everything that's checked. And you might even want to include grade history if you want to save your grades just in case. So yeah, basically I think everything needs to be checked that is automatically checked for you, and add include grade history as well. If you want to really freeze your entire course in time and keep all of your grades and forum posts, assignment submissions, and also the automated grades for Moodle quizzes and H5P quizzes, also answers to feedback and choice. If you want to keep everything, then go ahead and leave everything clicked and also click on include grade history. The downside of this is it's a really big file. It's going to be a Moodle file, so you're not going to be able to view it on your computer. To view it, you'll have to re-upload it back into Moodle. So it's fine if you want to go ahead and do that, but I can't see myself needing all of that information. What I really want to preserve are the activities and resources that I've created for this specific class and might use again sometime in the future, but that I don't need for the upcoming term. So to do it that way, to just save the activities and resources, I can unclick include enrolled users. I can also unclick include blocks, include files, include filters. I'll unclick all of that. What I want to keep is include activities and resources. If we go down, I'll unclick include calendar events. I'm going to keep question bank because that is for Moodle quizzes. I do have some Moodle quizzes in my course, so I will keep that clicked. But I don't need the groups of students. I don't need competencies. I don't need any custom fields. I do need the content bank content because I have made, and there are some existing H5Ps in my course, and content bank is for H5Ps. So basically, to save all of the activities and resources, you just keep include activities and resources, include question bank, and include content bank content. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. It'll be faster and it'll exclude all the grade information and stuff that I don't really feel like I need to keep because everything's in the portfolio, etc. So now I'm going to click on next. And the next page that comes up, let's see. Okay, this allows us to do some fine tuning of this. So as you can see, there is a blue checkbox for every single activity in every single section, including labels, including PDF files and folders, everything. And just a quick note uh, about the content bank and the question bank. As you can see, if I scroll down even more, this is a good opportunity to check to make sure everything is clicked that you want to be clicked. So I'm going to go down. Oh yeah. Okay, so as you can see, I have a Moodle quiz here, and because I clicked on question bank, it's possible for me to save my Moodle quiz. So that's good. Also, because I clicked on Content Bank, I'll just find a blue H5P in my course. Aha, right here. So because I clicked on Content Bank, that makes it possible for me to save these blue H5P activities. So there's a lot of stuff here I'm saving. You might not want to save the whole course. You might just want to save some sections. So I'll go to the top again. So yes, I want to keep this general section. I want to keep all of the files I have there. But let's say, oh yeah, and I'll keep the portfolios, but I don't need to save this section. So if you don't want to back up an entire section, all you need to do is click on the section name, or unclick on it, I guess, if it's a blue arrow. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's thinking. There we go. And then everything in that section will be unclicked. I can't even click on one activity here, right? So everything in this section is unclicked. So let's go to the next section to try something else. So maybe for the health section, I've got a lot of stuff here. I do want to keep this section, but I don't need every single activity and resource in that section. So I can unclick on individual activities and resources to customize my backup. So I don't need everything. So if I want to keep a section but not certain activities and resources, I still have the section clicked, but I can unclick on individual activities and resources. Okay, so this allows you to double check everything has that blue box with an arrow in it that I want to be clicked, that I want to back up. So once you scroll down, you can click next again. Okay, so this brings us to the next page. Oh, it's thinking. And as you can see, this allows you to just double check again to make sure that you've clicked on what you want to click on for your backup. So yes, activities, resources, question bank, content bank. Okay, so that part is good. I don't need to go back and change anything. And also I can scroll down. Okay, all of the files, the activities and resources that I want are here. But I unclicked education and learning, so none of that is going to be backed up. Good, that's exactly what I wanted. And I'll just scroll down. You can do a whole scroll and really double check to be extra careful if you want. But look, so we can see I am keeping the health section, but some of the activities and resources I've unclicked, so those won't be backed up. So you can scroll all the way down and double check as carefully as you want. Another option here, which might be helpful for you, is to name the file whatever you want. So maybe I will call this 6-7 evening class, and I'll put the date. So this is from September. This is all the stuff from September 2020 to, September 2020 to July 2021 or something. So you can really label the class, the backup, anything you want. It has to end, it has to be .mbz if you want to customize the name, because the Moodle names, the auto names that Moodle provides for these files are a little bit difficult to read, and it might not be clear which one is which if you do this multiple times. So yeah, feel free to name it anything you want, just end it in MBZ. MBZ is a Moodle file. The downside is when you back this up, if you download it onto your computer is not going to be able to read it. Basically, you're backing it up so that you can, at some point, restore it or import it back into Moodle, because only Moodle can read these files. So anyway, okay, I've named my file, I've checked everything, so I'm going to scroll all the way down. If I've noticed I made a mistake or I've changed my mind, I can always click on previous, but for now, I'm okay with everything, so I'll click on perform backup. Okay, and of course, the bigger your Moodle file is, so the more you're backing up, the longer it's going to take. And if you really do want to include the user information in your backup, it's going to take even longer, depending on your connection and your computer's strength, I guess, and how many windows you have open at a time. But this looks like it's going nicely, pretty quickly. Yeah, when it's just activities and resources and the banks, it's not quite as slow. We have to wait for this to finish performing the backup. It might help not to watch it. You know how a watched kettle never boils. So it's moving along. Probably best to get up and do something else while you're waiting for this to finish. Almost there. And yeah, sometimes it stops right near the end. Very aggravatingly. Oh, wow. Okay, that was quick. So it'll have these two messages. This backup was created with only reference to files, not the files themselves. Restoring will only work on this site. So as I said before, these files, these Moodle files only work on Moodle, and specifically all of them will work best on the NSMS site. If you try to restore it back into another Moodle version or something, it won't work as well, or perhaps at all. But the important thing is that the backup file was successfully created. So now we can click on continue. And this brings up to our personal backup area. So if we scroll down, yeah, there we go, user private backup area. So now we can see, there's my course. This version, my course version from September 2020 to July 2021. So if I want, I can just keep it here. It will stay in my user backup area. As you can see, I do a lot of backups and they stay in there for a while. If you want to be extra cautious, of course, you have the option to download it. So you can click download, and then you will also have a copy on your computer, remembering that you can't read it or do anything with it, but it's there. And if you ever wanted to use it, you could either restore it from Moodle. Now remember, please don't restore it into your existing course, because then you'll have double copies of everything and that'll be really difficult to manually delete. Or you can upload it from your computer and restore it this way. But that is how you back up your Moodle course.